Right, guys. Today's online finds, I've got liquid 9116 liquid insulating tape. So essentially liquid electrical tape, whatever you want to call it. Um, I use this stuff to essentially waterproof my electronics for my crawling. We do a lot of water stuff, mud and whatnot. It's actually worked quite well for, I'll get a picture up here, but I use this to coat my receiver, pulled it out of the box, the Mias receiver that I have, pulled it out of the casing because you can't just leave it in there. Coated the whole thing. It has been submerged in water a number of times and has been fine. Anyway, just to give you an idea of how this looks and how it works, here's, I don't know if you can see this, a bit of a close-up, but I coated one of the pins on that guy with the tape. It's actually just freshly been coated, that's why it's shiny, but basically that'll dry usually pretty quick. Say within half an hour it dries. Sticks quite well. You can actually pull it off. The nice thing about this stuff is you can pull it off later on as well, so that it doesn't like bond, so to say, to the product you're putting it on. But I use it, happy with it. Really quickly, just to give you an idea of how you apply it or applicator wise, it's got a sort of a cap with a pin in it so that it doesn't clog, because it dries pretty quick. And you know how you get your glue and your go-to glue and you leave it for a few weeks and you go to use it and it's all dried up in here. So this has actually been sitting here for months. I don't use it often and it's still liquid. It still holds its own. I get this from AliExpress. I will put a link in the description to this. As well as, you can check out my other videos. I do a bunch of online finds. Hopefully every week I'm doing them. So I link to all the products that I've discovered there. I use these products. I would not talk about something like this if I didn't like it. You'd know if I didn't like it. So I only put in there the things that I approved by PB Stuff Co. Just as an FYI, do your own due diligence. You're buying this stuff from overseas. I don't even know what that means. If it's trying to suggest this is environmentally friendly, I highly doubt it is. I'm sure there's some chemicals in here that are not very nice for you. Does say something about operate in a well-ventilated environment, so, not to contact with your eyes, blah, 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 wound. So clearly, what they use to make these things do their thing is probably not the safest, but I wouldn't say it's deadly. I'm pretty sure of that. Anyway, I think it's called MSDS, the data sheet, safety data sheet. I don't think you can find these. Some of them do publish them, but the link may have information on that. But essentially, I don't touch this with my hands when I'm doing it, putting it on. I do have a ventilated room, so I'm not worried about that. And frankly, I do this once in a blue moon, so it's not like I'm doing this on a day-to-day basis. But if you do, you should wear a mask, blah, 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 keep yourself safe. So don't always trust what they say unless they provide the proper documentation. But anyway, just thought I would throw that up there for you to consider. Thank you. Ciao.